Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum to all my students and viewers. Please welcome to my channel again. In this example, I am going to explain a moderation analysis, a complex scenario. A complex scenario could be that most of time we have different moderation effect and different mediation effect between the variables, and how easily can we perform this analysis in our complex analysis or moderation in SmartPLS. It becomes very simple. So so the complex analysis and moderation is here. How we can make it in more complex way, like here I have a moderating effect with the single mediator. I have shown here the moderating effect between these two variables, but it effect could be on other variables also. Let me remove the some specific indirect effects. Although I cannot remove the indirect effects, let's remove this and make it possible like this. And for simplicity, it would become more complex to understand. I just take the one dependent variable with a two mediator, and with a two mediator and one dependent variable. I think this would be easy to see here. Here, no. This moderator is actually working, has a direct effect on the mediator one, but we can draw its effect on mediator, its effect on the second mediator and third mediator, and for drawing the moderating effect, I think it would be more complex, but let's do it. We can draw a moderating effect from the IV to mediator 1. Then we can draw the effect of mediator 1 to mediator uh, 2, then mediator 1 to mediator B, and similarly you can also draw a moderation effect between the mediator C to dependent variable. So here at the same time you can draw different moderating effects simultaneously, and analyze the indirect path for the given analysis. Just for simplicity, definitely in your study you do not have such a complex model while doing your research, but it is just to show that how the complex moderation analysis can be performed in easy way in a SmartPLS version 4. Just go to the calculate option, and directly I am using here the consistent PLS SEM bootstrapping option. It will provide us the p-values for all the analysis. We set it at a path analysis and just click on the start calculation options. Here the bootstrapping will execute in just a few seconds. You have to wait for a moment to generate its result. By incorporating moderation effect, definitely we have increased the number of specific indirect effects, and number of direct effects also. So this becomes a complex condition under certain analysis. You may have noticed that by drawing the moderation effect between the IV to mediator 1, IV to mediator 1 to mediator 2, and so mediator mm, 1 to mediator 3, and direct effects also on the I think IV to TV, and these all paths have definitely a significant different interpretation, are there different relationship. You can see here the p values are shown just here. I just click on to move into the inner model path coefficient and p values, and now you can, if I zoom in and show you that moderator has definitely a significant effect between the IV and mediator 1. It has almost significant relationship between the IV1 and second mediator, and similarly it has a significant effect for the IV to DV relationship or mediator C. And for better understanding, you can just go to the just we go to the path coefficient section, and in path coefficient section are the basically the direct effects, and at the last of the uh, for you can see here the interaction terms effect, like for example moderator with the IV to mediator 1, and it is a significant relationship. Then moderator with the mediator 1 interaction term was created, and its effect on mediator B was noted. This was also significant, and this was significant, but a moderator and moderator C on dependent variable is the insignificant. So different moderation effects have a moderator has a significant effect on the given variables, and you can check here the specific indirect effects. In there are a lot of indirect effects are created as we incorporated many parts in this analysis. Therefore these there are a lot of indirect paths are generated, and most of the indirect paths are it's good to see that they are significant, and some of them are the insignificant, but definitely it relies on our model, what type of models we are using and what type of analysis we are required. In this model there will be a moderated mediation, mediated moderated model, and so in a different complex way we can see here. These are the specific indirect effect. You can see the total indirect effects also here. In this scenario also you can examine the total effect. Total indirect effects I have explained in my previous videos, especially for when I talk about the mediation analysis. You can check there. One thing more I should show you here, as I have 1 2 3 and 4 moderating effects have drawn there, and definitely may have a 4 different moderation graphs. The moderation graphs can be obtained by running the PLS SEM algorithm, not the consistent PLS algorithm. By running this we can get path analysis and just execute the analysis, and it will generate the result output. The PLS SEM algorithm and consistent algorithm have a little bit difference in their coefficient values according to their setting. For we are concerned here just for the slopes or the moderation graphs. You can see here the in the first section for the final results path coefficient. At the last there is a simple slope analysis, that is the basically graph. Here you can see the first one is called moderator into IV variable. If I show you graphical input, this moderator lies between the IV and the mediator 1. So moderator into IV interaction term was created, and its graph will be drawn between the IV and mediator 1 in as I discussed in the previous videos. Second one is the moderator and mediator 1, and its effect is basically mediator 1 effect on mediator C, and the relationship between these graph is the moderator and mediator 1. And if you notice that the moderator and mediator 1 has a, I think, a more better clear negative slope. Let me zoom it here. Its value is about this is minus 0.125. It moderation effect lies between the moderator to mediator 1 to mediator C, and you can better check it here that its slope is when we have a more negative coefficient effect of the moderator, the negative slope will be very clear here. With the when moderator has a low value at a uh, below to the one standard deviation below to the mean, then you can see that the slope was almost parallel, although it is showing the decreasing trend, but it is parallel for value of the moderator with the more than 1 plus standard deviation mean. Add when one standard deviation is added to the mean value, the slope is more trending downward, and this downward trending is showing the negative moderating effect between the given variables. So it is a much clear in this graph for negative moderation effect between the two variables. Similarly, for next graph, moderation and mediator one, it is showing the almost the similar thing. It is also it has a negative value, its slope is negative moderation effect, but the negative moderation effect is a very low, mean here the at the higher value, it's decreasing, but at very low value. For third fourth, similarly you can also analyze the fourth graph here. Moderation between the moderating effect, moderation mediation C between the dependent variable, and it is again very clear that it has a negative moderating effect between the mediator C and dependent variable. This shows that with at a low value of the moderator or interaction term, the effect is the high, but at the high value of the moderator, by increasing the value of moderator C, the effect on dependent variable becomes low. So this is known as the negative moderation effect, and which can you further interpret according to your thesis, your studies, and so on. This was all about your complex model related to the moderation analysis that can be performed in a SmartPLS. You can ask me about if you have any query regarding this or any other my previous video. Please comment on my videos or contact me on my given contact information. Thank you very much.